Tonight, a local teen is concerned about her future as a juvenile treatment facility announces it's closing. Now she's speaking out about the impact it will have. Plus, as Michigan reopens, the governor announces millions in financial aid to Michiganders who are struggling as a result of the pandemic. And later, on track to meet the trend, how the city of Ely is hoping to attract a new type of tourist with its mountain bike trails.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. A major youth mental health service in Duluth is now closing all of its doors. The Hills Youth and Family Services has a juvenile residential treatment facility in Duluth's Woodland neighborhood. They also operate several day treatment and after-school programs in the Twin Ports, providing trauma-informed programming to at-risk kids and their families. When the Hills originally announced earlier this month they'd be shutting down due to financial troubles, they hoped to continue some of their community programs beyond July 2nd. But in an announcement today, we learned those services will close this Friday. Hills leaders say they can't find new operators under their current financial situation. With the crucial service ending, many kids, teens, and families now have to find new care providers. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo spoke with one Duluth teen who shares the struggle in trying to fill this gap.
After 112 years of operation, the Hills Youth and Family Services will halt all of its Duluth programs by the end of next week. That worries clients like Summer Rain Redbrook. The 15-year-old struggled with her mental health and sought help from the Hills Cambia Clinic in the Denfield neighborhood.
We sit around and talk. We have therapy, and it's very open, and no one is forcing anything onto each other. It's become like a family to me.
Redbrook started going 2 months ago and says it's the only mental health program that's worked for her. Attending every day after school, it's a service Redbrook doesn't know what she'll do without.
I don't know what I'm gonna do because this place is such an amazing place for the community and for kids like me.
In a statement released Wednesday, the Hills president and CEO Leslie Chaplin said they made every effort to find solutions to keep the programs open, adding they're hopeful the closure will allow others to step in and serve. As for Redbrook, she's not ready to find a new program just yet, but encourages everyone to continue seeking help.
I definitely think that they should try and find a new place to be and just really work to becoming better and getting the help that they need and not just becoming stuck when something closes.
If you or someone you know is looking for after-school or long-term care programs, the Northland Children's Mental Health Collaborative compiled a directory of providers in our area. We have a link to their website at cbs3duluth.com. If you're in a life-threatening situation or need immediate help, please call 911. New tonight at 10, lawmakers are putting together the final details of their budget agreements in the last few days of the special session. Flush with federal relief, the top Republican and Democratic lawmakers say they have a deal to recognize pandemic frontline workers with bonuses. But who will be eligible and what their share of the $250 million earmarked for the program will be is not yet known and likely won't be until the fall.
We're acknowledging that there are a lot of people on the front line of this, long-term care facilities and others, that we want to say, yes, we acknowledge that you were there, and we want to give a bonus related to that.
House Speaker Melissa Hortman acknowledges it's a tall order due to the fact there's at least 1 million Minnesotans deemed essential this last year and a half. Well, today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer signed a bipartisan bill granting $2.2 billion in federal COVID relief to support the recovery of individuals, families, and businesses. The new bipartisan bill will put money in people's pockets through SNAP and the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. Whitmer said she was happy about the progress being made on the bill and hopes this money will keep a roof over Michiganders' heads and food on their table.
It's a testament to the fact that we can work together. We must work together because this is how we make a real difference in people's lives right now.
This comes just one day after all COVID-19 restrictions were lifted in Michigan. Peter joins us now for a first check of the weather. Peter, here you're watching some storms.
Yeah, tracking some storms, none firing up right now, but for right here in Twin Ports, not too much to talk about this evening either. A rather nice night out there. Still rather nice night for us here in Duluth, 73 degrees, but still breezy with that south-southwest wind in place at 14 miles per hour. Satellite radar shows that the radar is picking up on some rain, especially off to our north and west. Zooming in a little bit closer, as you can see where you see those oranges and yellows, that's some signs of heavier rain, but most probably aren't actually seeing it on the ground, believe it or not. This is a current temperature and sky conditions, and as you can see, the only place that I can see picking up on some rain right now is International Falls as well as Walker, just because we have so much dry air aloft that the rain is evaporating before hitting the ground. But I don't think that's going to be the case for the whole night tonight. Showers and thunderstorms should fire up between now and about midnight for most of us. Some of them could be strong to severe in nature. I'll time it all out coming up in just a bit. Kristen?
All right, thank you, Peter. In a region known all too well for its snowmobile, ski, and hiking trails, another sport continues to pave a way for itself. Mountain biking is playing a major role for many of our local economies here in northern Minnesota. For example, a recent survey by the International Mountain Biking Association shows Crosby's Cuyuna Range brings in around $2 million every year. Now other communities want a slice of that. CBS 3's Emma Quinn explains how Ely is making the climb.
A new type of tourism is taking Ely's economy into next gear. Mountain biking.
You have to pedal, and when you want to stop, you press your brakes.
The two-wheeled hobby is now making a much bigger name for itself in the city of Ely after already growing in popularity over the years.
The local skiers have been using the trails for mountain biking for years. It's a great little spot, kind of small.
Growing so much, the Hidden Valley Recreation Area has been working to build 10 miles worth of 5 single-track mountain bike trails.
The city of Ely, along with IRRB, some state and federal funding, got the funds together. Dirt Candy Designs did the design of the trails, mapped them all out.
Just last month, the trails started coming to life, and Hidden Valley officials hope they'll bring a new kind of tourist to the area.
Well, Ely really has a tourism-based economy. We really count on tourists being here. We've seen over the last, especially last summer with COVID, people wanted to get outside. They wanted activities to be outside.
Bikers and Hidden Valley officials say the trails will open in October, bringing more people to the area for new Ely experiences.
They're going to get good exercise, and they're going to experience the wilderness out here.
It's fun. They can spend time with their family.
The recreation area needs about $60,000 more to build their 5th and final trail. For more information on the trails and the group's fundraiser, you can find a link on our website. Congressman Pete Stauber wants materials to build electric vehicles to be mined here rather than overseas. Congressman Stauber says the Iron Range is the perfect place to find those metals, being that it's the largest copper-nickel deposit in the nation. But a new report from Reuters claims the White House wants them to be mined in other countries. Stauber, a Republican, questioned Interior Secretary Deb Haaland about that during a hearing at the nation's capital today. He says the U.S. needs to limit reliance on child labor and foreign adversaries.
It does not make sense to transition to alternative sources of energy, depending on foreign nations for these critical minerals that we use in our everyday life.
Haaland followed that up by saying she feels the Biden administration has the proper review process in place and will make the right decision about where to mine those minerals. There are 2 companies planning copper-nickel mines on the Iron Range right now. PolyMet is fully permitted but continues to face challenges in court, while Twin Metals is currently in the environmental review process. After meeting with U.S. mayors, law enforcement officials, and community leaders, President Biden and Attorney General Merrick Garland unveiled new measures intended to curb the recent explosion in gun violence. In the first quarter of this year, homicide rates in 34 U.S. cities were up 24% from last year and 49% from 2019. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced the formation of 5 new firearms trafficking strike teams focused on key trafficking corridors across the country.
We know that an effective violent crime reduction strategy must also address the illegal trafficking of firearms and focus on keeping guns out of the wrong hands.
The White House added a zero-tolerance policy allowing the ATF to revoke gun licenses from dealers who fail to conduct required background checks and those who willfully sell weapons to anyone not qualified to have one. And back in Duluth, police need your help tracking down an armed robbery suspect. They believe this is the person who robbed Sadi's smoke shop at gunpoint and ran off with an unknown amount of cash. That happened around yesterday morning. If you know who this person is, you should contact police. That number is on your screen. It's also on our website. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, the Blue Angels had a wild guest today at the Duluth airport. Why they took to the skies. Next.
And there are showers and storms firing up on the radar right now. They could become strong to severe as we head through the rest of the night tonight. We'll talk about all the details coming up just right after the break.
You're watching the CBS3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, sports with Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel, weekday mornings on CBS.
Would you like to lose a pound of fat a day?
You have to weigh yourself every morning, and when you just see the pound go off every morning, it just keeps you going.
Step on the scale and you see the weight that you lost, and you're like, oh, this is so easy. Why didn't I do this before?
Order online or call today for a free consultation. New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive, what's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. We are starting summer out with a great special on all our bathroom products. Right now, you can get 20% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get your project off your to-do list now and not pay for it until later. Go to bathplanet.com or call us today to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culver's Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
I never thought that you could lose weight without working out, but this is one of those programs that you don't have to work out.
In the first 40 days, I lost 28 pounds.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
This afternoon, the Blue Angels were greeted with a special guest for a special cause. CBS 3's Alexis Bass had a front row seat to today's show.
The Blue Angels took off for a wild ride with MVP hockey cargo on board. The Minnesota Wild and 10-year NHL veteran traded in his skates for the skies, flying for a cause. Ian Cole's heart beats for more than just hockey.
The level of resiliency that kids show through stressful situations and very, sometimes very traumatic situations is something that, no matter how old you are, you can take lessons from.
Cole's an active member and supporter of the United Heroes League, a national nonprofit based in Hastings, Minnesota.
United Heroes League is committed to providing every opportunity for children of military members to participate in the great gift that is sport.
It's such an important aspect of childhood life that kids are moving around quite a bit. They don't really have that release, the ability to kind of take their mind elsewhere, take the mind off the stressful moments in life of being a family in the military.
The UHL has provided over $12 million worth of free equipment, camps, grants, game tickets, and priceless special experiences for their military families.
A hockey drive, an equipment drive to give kids literally tons of hockey equipment. And, that's one of the ways we can help. But it's not just hockey, it's football, it's basketball, it's whatever sport that they want to play and participate in.
Whether it's hockey, basketball, or football, sport is the gift that keeps on giving.
If you would like to be a part of growing and gifting through the United Heroes League, fly to our website for more information.
And so far today shaped up to be a pretty nice day. Now we have some thunderstorms beginning to enter the picture, but overall not a bad day, especially for us here in the Twin Ports. High temperature at Duluth International came in at 81 degrees. Officially no rain as of yet at Duluth International. We may pick up a few tenths of an inch, especially as we head towards the midnight hour, but it won't be all that much because we still have that rain off to our west. As you can see on satellite and radar right now, most of that rain is off to the north and west of the Twin Ports. Zooming in a little bit closer and actually turning on lightning mode, there is not a whole lot of lightning associated with these storms either. And most of this rain that we're seeing, say, towards International Falls, points south and east towards Hibbing, really is not actually hitting the ground yet, just because we have so much dry air aloft and all that rain is evaporating before hitting the ground. But I still suspect as we head through the rest of the night tonight that we will see some showers as well as possibly strong storms fire up. Because as you can see, by 1 a.m., you begin to see this cell of kind of orange, yellow, red, purples. When you start to see vibrant colors like that, that's indicative of strong rain as well as possibly hail in some cases. So you see those firing up towards 1 a.m. And then the trend continues by 3, 4 a.m. towards Wisconsin as well as the UP of Michigan, up towards Solon Springs, Hayward, south of the Twin Ports for this cell. You can see those yellows, oranges, reds, purples, even whites. When you see whites, that's really indicative of heavy rain as well as possible hail as well. So something that we're going to need to keep an eye on as we head through the rest of the night tonight. Those showers and storms persist through the first part of Thursday morning, especially for the UP of Michigan towards 8 a.m. But for us here in Minnesota, we are still dry. That's why the Storm Prediction Center has most of the places in yellow under the slight risk category, which means a level 2 out of 5. That's where we could be talking about scattered severe storms. Where you got the green, that's level 1 out of 5, probably a little bit more isolated in nature there. But here's the main threats for tonight's storms. Most storms are going to be probably sub-severe in nature, but any storms that do go severe, probably talking about gusts up to 60 miles per hour. That could take down any hanging plants, stuff like that, baskets outside, and hail up to 1 inch, as well as frequent lightning being a threat with these storms. So there is also a threat for power outages, something to be aware as you're heading through the night tonight. But the good news is they don't last all that long. Fast forward towards 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, you begin to see these mostly sunny skies prevail, especially for the most part across Minnesota. Still some lingering showers and storms for the UP of Michigan, but as we head towards Thursday afternoon, we all begin to clear things out with mostly sunny skies overhead for us here in Minnesota. Temperatures approaching the 80-degree mark again. And the good news is that really lasts until Friday as well. And maybe Friday, a few more clouds overhead, but it still looks like a pretty good day for the day on Friday. But first, we have to get through the night tonight. Temperatures fall back into the upper 50s as well as lower 60s with those scattered shower storms across the region. For down in Wisconsin as well as the UP, they're in the 60s down there completely with those thunderstorms overhead. Forecast for tomorrow, once we get rid of the storms, especially for the UP of Michigan and Wisconsin, the sun is going to prevail. Temperatures climbing close to the 80-degree mark for us up here in Minnesota. Upper 70s as well as lower 80s. Here's how that 7-day forecast shapes up. 7-day forecast doesn't look bad once we get rid of those storms tomorrow, and the weekend looks great with temperatures in the mid-upper 70s.
Looks good for some ice cream. And guess what? A popular Duluth ice cream shop is opening a second location. Love Creamery, which arrived in Duluth's Lincoln Park Craft District 3 years ago, is now moving into Canal Park. The new location will be in the building that housed the Lake Avenue subway for decades. Signage started going up late today. It opens to customers tomorrow. Still to come, pop singer Britney Spears testified against her conservatorship today for the first time. We'll break down the details from Los Angeles.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 100 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-621-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-621-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-621-4499.
The reasons to treat yourself to a frozen drink from McDonald's go on and on. Enjoy our new frozen drinks in these delicious flavors.
The nursing program at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is really challenging, but it has to be. It's approved by the Board of Nursing. And graduates here have been successfully passing the state board exam. They give you real-world experience with healthcare institutions across the community. I'm really glad I chose Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College.
The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame Museum is for everyone. Visit the Great Wall of Inductees, shoot some pucks, and hit the gift shop. Celebrating the history of American hockey through exhibits and memorabilia. The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame Museum, a must-stop for hockey fans everywhere.
My name is Harry Podgorski, and I'm a proud member of the Board of Directors of St. Anne's Senior Residence. My mom lived at St. Anne's for 9 years and called St. Anne's her home. If you're looking for a place for mom or dad or for yourself, please consider the affordable St. Anne's. You won't be sorry you did.
Take advantage of no move-in fees through June 30th, 2021. Call 218-727-8831 and schedule your tour today.
Dear Tech, Toyota has 24 vehicles with standard Apple CarPlay. Let's connect. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Coming up Thursday on CBS3 this morning, a new regional park is opening in the Northland. We have a look at the grand opening. And your summertime temperatures continue on Thursday. We're back in the 80s and a few chances of rain. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
on CBS3 this morning.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Gayle King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel. Weekday mornings on CBS.
Britney Spears wants to regain control of her life. Today, she asked a Los Angeles judge to remove her father from a conservatorship that has been in charge of her finances and day-to-day life for the last 13 years.
Free Britney!
About 100 of Spears' fans gathered for hours outside the courthouse to support the singer. She testified by phone, saying the arrangement is doing her more harm than good and that she deserves to have a life. Spears' father, Jamie, has been his daughter's conservator, managing her $60 million fortune and almost every other aspect of her day-to-day life since Britney went through an apparent mental crisis back in 2008. Now the judge must decide whether Spears is competent enough to manage her own affairs. The burden is on the pop star to prove she can. Well, Kelly's here with the preview of sports.
Yeah, a thrilling Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Milwaukee has not been to an NBA Finals in 40 years. That journey to change that begins tonight. Highlights are coming up next in sports.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS. Would you like to lose a pound of fat a day?
You know, everyone just treats me a little bit differently, a little bit better. You know, I feel more comfortable in social situations.
Before, when I walked by a mirror, I would duck. I wouldn't look. Now it's like, where does that go?
Order online or call today for a free consultation.
Just like gray hair, cataracts are a common side effect of aging. A cataract is the natural clouding of the lens inside the eye. At Ralph Eye Care Specialists, our board-certified ophthalmologists offer cataract surgery to help you see better longer. Our team will work with you to create a pleasant surgical experience and a great surgical result. Call now to learn more about cataract surgery and to schedule a cataract evaluation at Ralph Eye Care Specialists.
Good boy. You're such a good boy.
I think it's time we got a dog.
But my landlord won't let me have pets.
I've got an idea about that, too.
You've got big dreams and a bold imagination. Let's see how we can help. National Bank of Commerce. We make more possible.
Northwest Outlet is open. See the largest selection of Carhartt in the area. Work clothing for men and women, sizes small to 5X. Jackets, coveralls, shirts, tees, bibs, jeans, and high-vis clothing to keep you safe and comfortable. Northwest Outlet's footwear department sells only the best boots. Names like Irish Setter, Georgia, Danner, Columbia, The North Face, Rocky, and more. Get outdoors again. Northwest Outlet's got your gear. In stock now at Northwest Outlet Superior.
It's the extreme deal of the day. Call now and get fast internet for less than $20 a month. If you ever thought about switching internet providers, the time to do it is now. For a limited time, you can get Access Internet 60 with speeds up to 60 meg and in-home Wi-Fi for only $19.99 a month for 1 year. Plus, there's no contract to sign. This is your chance to get real high-speed internet without the high price. Call 855-330-4175 today.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick Parks and stuff. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kinda got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yeah.
So you.
It is.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you. Use purchase allowance to get up to 12% below MSRP on 2021 Buick SUVs. Visit your Lake Country Buick dealer.
I lost a ton of weight, 93 pounds. I feel good, I look good. 75 days on the program, I've lost 53 pounds, 41.5 inches. You're not hungry.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure enjoying the NBA playoffs this year. Don't get me wrong, I love watching them every year, but this year there is a chance that teams have a chance to bring home a championship for the first time in decades. And that is true of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Atlanta Hawks, neither of which have won a title in the last 4 decades. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals tonight in Milwaukee. Giannis got to work early, taking advantage of some early mismatches. They lead for most of the first half. Drew Holiday had a great bounce-back night as well. He went for 33 points with 5 threes. The Bucks were up at by 5 at the half. And on the other side, it was the Trae Young show. 48 points, lots of them on little teardrops like this. And the Hawks hung around all night. And down the stretch, they came up with some big plays. 19 rebounds for Clint Capella, and none bigger than that one to put the Hawks up. The Bucks got a look with just under 5 seconds left to tie it up, but Chris Middleton could not hit. The Hawks have now won 3 straight Game 1s in the playoffs, all on the road. 116-113 the final. Buckle up, folks. It's going to be a good series. Milwaukee's first home loss of the playoffs as well. As Grandma's Marathon has officially wrapped up, some of the winners who came out on top are still feeling pretty excited. Samantha Bessarico caught up with the winners of the men's division and shares more.
Grandma's Marathon returns for 2021 after being held only virtually last year.
Not take place last year, really. I understood because everything was crazy. I said, let me wait for the time.
Just this past weekend, over 2,000 runners lined up here in Two Harbors for Grandma's Marathon. And for one runner, he broke away from the pack, finishing here in Canal Park, first overall with a time of 2 hours and 13 minutes.
Well, of course, I was feeling so grateful because I wanted really to win that race because I've trained for it for a long time, like from last year. training with no rest, so it was so, I feel so awesome.
Milton plans to come back to Duluth and race in Grandma's Marathon again.
One thing I want to do is to come here and run again. I will do it again and again. People here are so awesome.
With lifelong friends cheering him on.
Thanks to Tina and Brian in West Duluth for everything they have been doing for us, for me especially, hosting me and like giving me encouragement. They threw a party for me, like after winning, and everybody was happy when I won. And that's what exactly I wanted to win, to make them happy.
Milton's plans to stay here in Duluth for about 2 more weeks and has already started his training for his next race. In some baseball news tonight, the Huskies won their first game of a doubleheader against the Eau Claire Express this morning with a 4-0 shutout. Game 2, they were not so fortunate. They go down 7-4. They return home on Thursday. And it's officially here, the UMD men's hockey broadcast schedule for My 9 this upcoming season. Here's an overview of all the men's games you can watch this upcoming 2021-2022 season. We'll also have a number of the women's games featuring including a highly anticipated newly Division I St. Thomas Tommies. As always, the schedule is subject to change. Head over to CBS3Duluth.com, click on the sports tab for a full list that includes football and volleyball as well. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after this.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Celebrate the savings during the anniversary sale at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale, like this 94-inch Stephan sofa for $599. Plus, no money down, special financing for 3 years, and free shipping during the anniversary sale, only at Home Furniture.
My name is Dr. Brian Thompson, and I work at the Fairview Masaba Clinic in Nashwauk. There's something special about the Fairview team. We have this incredible drive to help our patients, in addition to knowing many of them personally, and so we get a better sense of what their needs are, both medically and personally. It's hard to describe. It's almost like in the olden days when everyone had a neighborhood doctor. We live in the area, our kids go to the same school, this is our home, and we're here to help.
Fairview Range, we're here.
Menards has what you need to maintain your vehicles. We have a great selection of batteries, cleaners, wiper blades, and more that keep your vehicles in great shape. Check out our great selection of motor oil from top brands, including Valvoline Daily Protection Motor Oil. It fights against all types of deposits and temperatures. It's designed to keep engines clean. Get 11% off all Valvoline Motor Oil right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota. As the most experienced robotic team in the Northland, we wanted to provide an alternative to the traditional surgical practices that the hospitals offer.
Robotic-assisted surgery allows more complex surgeries through small incisions with lower chances of infection.
We provide individualized and personalized care so you can have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker.
You can learn more online at mnsurgery.com or by giving us a call today.
Why get your COVID-19 vaccine? We all have a reason to get fully vaccinated, like
hugging people again,
going out to eat,
keeping them safe. That's living fully. It's why millions of Americans, more than half of U.S. adults, have already got a COVID-19 vaccine. You can too. Get your COVID-19 vaccine at vaccines.gov.
During the anniversary sale at Home Sleep Express, get a purple mattress with no money down, special financing for 6 years, plus free delivery and setup and a 120-day comfort guarantee. Buy a purple mattress today during the anniversary sale at Home Sleep Express.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for a buck suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
We are taking a live look at I-35 as we near the 4th of July. Gas price experts say during the holiday weekend, gas will be staying high at $3.11 a gallon, which is 43% higher than this time last year. They added, we could see those high gas prices all the way through Labor Day. Kind of a bummer. But tomorrow's looking nice after we make it through these storms.
Once we make it through any storms we see tonight, which probably will fire up and become severe in nature, say between now and 1 a.m. Biggest risk with those storms, say winds up to 60 miles per hour and hail possibly up to 1 inch in diameter. But once we make it through those storms, we're shaping up for a great day tomorrow. Thursday, Friday, and the weekend all look great. Kristen?
All right. Thanks, Peter. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.